Hey, how you doing? This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile. Um, Today is Labor Day here in Chile, at least in this part of the world. So I'm doing. So I have, this is a non-working day. This is holiday day here. So I decided to do. This is not a thread that was started by, a cool video that was uploaded by I think a guy you know very well. It's Robert Harriman on My Turn Traveler, a really cool guy living over there in Canada. Yes, the still independent country of Canada. And he had a really good idea a couple of days ago showing 10 albums you have listened hundreds of times, but you still enjoy and you still play on a regular basis in your music room. So I thought it was a cool idea to do on this day off we have here in Chile where everything is closed. It's a very boring day because all the stores, everything, trust me, is closed except some maybe some restaurants and other key things that, but everything else is, as I was telling you, is closed. So these are 10 things I like very much. I have listened to them hundreds of times, but I still enjoy and have no problem giving a good listen from time to time. Here in no particular order, I'm going to start. I have I decided to pick one cassette, three CDs, and a couple of records. So this is the first one. This is the debut album from back really a known band. It was really unique with the mix of the styles that they were putting in this recording, and the most important thing is it was one of the first, or at least well-known African American musicians, as you say, over there in the States. This is a Living Colors debut album. This is an awesome album. I remember listening to the opening riff to Cult of Personality, and I thought, wow, that's a really awesome band. Who are those guys? I haven't ever listened before, and then I realized that they were back then a brand new, really a new band with four awesome musicians, and this is an album that I can still listen. I have also on CD. This is my cassette. I don't play this one very often, but the CD I play constantly, and I still think that the opening riff of Cult of Personality is a masterpiece, and Brandon Reed is a very underrated guitar player. So that's my number one. Vivid by Living Colors. The next three ones, three really cool CDs. This is a a live CD that it came in a box set. It was released a couple of not many years ago, and it's part of the Bonfire box set. And this is AC/DC's live from the Atlantic Studio. This is a really awesome live recording. Of course, it's it's with Bon Scott on lead vocals, and it's very raw, very in your face. You can hear it's not overproduced mix or anything. Just the guys playing. That's at least that's what I think. Just 8 tracks. What do we have here? We have Live Wire, Problem Child, High Voltage, Hell Ain't the Bad Place to Be, Duck Eat Dog, The Jack, Whole Lotta Rosie, and The Rocker. 8 awesome tracks from this. I think it was recorded. I don't remember at all. And of course, it's not going to appear here, so you can find it out. But it's a really cool live recording from the early days of AC/DC. This one, of course, if you are not aware of this recording, it came in the Bonfire box set, and I think this is one of the best early recordings, at least I have, of them playing live stuff from the Bon Scott era. So this is one I really like very much to listen on a regular basis. The next one are two from the two of my favorite bands. I think this is one of my favorite bands from the 80s LA scene, rock rock era. It's darkened and it's under lock and key. There you have the guys looking very 80s with the clothes, the outfits, and the puffy hair you can see there over there. Jeff Pilson, I don't know, I don't think you have seen him with that hair. Sorry about the glare. And also Wild Mick Brown. This is a great stuff. Unchained the Night, The Hunter, In My Dreams, Lightning Strikes Again, It's Not Love. Jaded Heart, Till the Living End. I think one of the fastest songs that they have ever done. This is a great album. So there it goes, Token and Under Lock and Key. Next, I think this was my introduction to this band back in the day. I remember, I can't recall where I listened to them for the first time, but from the opening track, it's so iconic that you will automatically know what I'm talking about. And then I listened to the next album that was, I think, even bigger than this one. But I think to me this one is the best. And I think I have, every time I play this CD, I find happiness, joy. I feel energized, and I want to raise my fist in the air and say, yeah, this is a great album. It's Accept and Restless and Wild. You know the opening track, Fast as a Shark. I think it's an. How do you imagine that thing being created? The opening track, the needle on the record, and the very unique music you hear before that very iconic scream from Udo Dirk Schneider. And this is an awesome masterpiece, and I think I'm going to listen to this one today. Then we have 1, 2, 3, a couple of records that I also like very much. I have listened to them hundreds of times. I have no problem going back to them. This is my OG from back in the day. This is Halloween Keepers Part 1. I remember listening to this album first time on a local radio that they played this album in its entirety, and I thought, wow, this is made on steroids. This is an awesome album. Who are these guys? And these guys are Halloween. They are with the classic lineup: Kiske, Hansen, and the rest of the guys. Rest in peace, Ingo Schüchtenberg. There it goes. Bykath and Grafskopf. There it goes, and Mr. Pumpkin. Great stuff. My other favorite band from that era, from that CD, this is Red with Invasion of Your Privacy. To me, a flawless record. This one and Out of the Cellar are two masterpieces from that era, from that type of music that I have no problem at all listening from. I don't know, even every month I give this one a good spin. A very classic one from a band you don't think they can play, they can rock hard, but in this live album they can prove you wrong. This is Queen Light Killers. Double disc, awesome stuff. This is from the early days. This is 1973, if I'm correct. No, sorry, 79. There it goes, Live Killers. This is my Argentinian pressing, I think so. No, Chilean pressing, yeah. But this is a great stuff. Queen. This is the first album I listened from this band. The opening track, back then I thought it was the heaviest shit I ever listened. Who are these guys? When I'm listening, it's so heavy, it's so out of my comfort zone from back then. But I thought, even though that's great, I want to listen to more of the music. And to me, this is almost a perfect album, except for one song that I think is kind of weak. But this is Metallica's Ride the Lightning, and this is my old copy from back in the day. I don't think it's a first pressing, and I don't care that much. This is, of course, here with the inner. There it goes. Yes, way back in the day, we are not collectors. We put scotch tape here, so to keep the seams from splitting. But I don't care. I'm not a collector. I'm not an audiophile. So that's how we kept our records back in the day. Now I've learned that this is almost a sacrilegious thing to do on a record, but who cares? It's mine, and I keep it this way. The debut from Fastway. This has always been one of my favorite records I have here in my collection. Maybe a top 5 records. I remember watching a very cool video from where this. Oh, Say What You Will. Sorry, there it goes. Say What You Will. As a very strange thing, it's very on side 2. It's track number 3. It's not the opening track that is Easy Living, that you would thought that back in the day the opening track would be the song that they would promote as a single, as a video, but it's track number 3 on side 2. But what can you say about this album that has already not been said? A very underrated band. They should have been big. They have Fast Eddie Clarke, fresh out of Motorhead, Jerry Shirley from Humble Pie, and unknown but cool guy from Ireland with an awesome voice, Dave King. I think this is a must-have in any hard rock collection. Fastway, the debut, is an awesome record. And finally, I have to show some Maiden. Probably this is my favorite album today. I think a couple of weeks ago it was Peace of Mind. It changes, but Seventh Son of a Seventh Son to me is a perfect album. To me, it's not a concept album. It's based on an idea that Steve Harris had when he read some news on a newspaper. There is a common idea in all of the songs, but it's not like a concept album like The Wall or Tommy or all those albums. But it's a great album. This one was the first Maiden I ever bought on CD that came with the lyrics, so I listened to that CD hundreds and hundreds of times. I of course learned the lyrics by heart, and still one of my favorite albums from Maiden. And I think my favorite song in this album has to be Infinite Dreams. That Infinite Dreams and The Prophecy are, I think, 2 of my favorite songs from this album and from all the Maiden catalog. So there it goes. Those are 10 releases I like to listen on a regular basis. I have listened to them hundreds of times. I have no problem or issue listening to them again, and I think I'm going to listen to Accept Restless and Wild today. Because it's as I was saying, it's a day off here and I have nothing else to do. So thanks again, Ryan, for having this really cool idea. 13 minutes, I think it's more than enough of me talking about these albums. Thanks again for watching. I'm going to leave a link to Robert's original video so you can watch his choices. They are also really good, and maybe you can jump and do a kind of response to this, not a threat, not challenge, not anything that he put a couple of days ago. This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile, saying goodbye till next time.